Welcome one and all to the first edition of our new local news channel, MLP TV. We will be giving you all of the recent news in the lives of the men and women of the MLP extended family. I am Titsi Kolb, aka The Writer, aka the Jewish Usain Bolt, and I will be filling in for Ron Burgundy as he is on vacation in Albuquerque at the moment. Our production is brought to you by BDO because those who know BDO. We are a very tight-knit family here at MLP, and now that we have had our summer off, let's check in with our league members and see how their summer was. A little later on, we will be taking a look at and preview of the MLP keeper status and predict who our coaches will be keeping in this upcoming draft. Our first story tonight comes out of Midtown Manhattan, where one Manhattan firm made national headlines. Not since the firing of Coach Bob Knight from the University of Indiana have we had such a controversial firing as we saw from our former sponsor firm, Rothstein Cass. Senior associate Mark Fruchter was let go from the FS Tax Group amidst controversy after Mark has received positive reviews from all of his managers, partners, and even the pretty coworkers. The firing was one of many at a time when there are many rumors of a major merge between RK and Big Four firm KPMG. Thankfully for us, and for Mark, a connection to someone high up at BDO helped the Frock Pop obtain an interview at which he popped some frocks, or frocked some pops, and received a full-time offer. He will be joining myself as BDO takes over the world. And I'd like to again remind you that this production is brought to you by our sponsor, BDO, because those who know BDO. In related news, Maximus Decimus Meridius had an eventful month. Earlier this month, our founding father gave birth to his second child, MLP being the first. A baby boy named Natan is doing well and already preparing for his MLP lineage. Both baby and mother, Janine, are doing great. A few weeks after the birth, Max received some tough news as the accounting world layoffs continued. The recently freed Maximus is still looking for a new position, though he is excited at his potentials and looks forward to never looking at a balance sheet ever again. We will have some pictures of the little one a little later on. In a recently breaking news, an anonymous business deal fell through. Details are still coming in, but what we know so far is that approximately $400K in investments were lost. Rumors are that the deal was for a long-term deal of floor seats at the American Airlines Arena down in Miami. We'll fill you in more as info comes in. Let's take a quick look at the local weather with our weather correspondent, JBK.
It's nice out.
Great, now let's check in with our LA correspondent from weather.com, Asher Hoffman.
Hi, I'm Asher Hoffman from weather.com. Today's weather in Los Angeles is sunny and 75 degrees. Tomorrow, Thursday, the weather is sunny and 75 degrees. The weekend is shaping up to be sunny and 75 degrees. Back to you, Titsy.
And now to some completely unrelated and unconnected stories. First of all, in this past summer, JBK started to work, the ladies' man hates work, and the champ just doesn't work. In a show of unprecedented rebellion, the champ has officially established a 15-hour work week, including travel time. In an unrelated story, congratulations goes out to our own network's counselor, Asher Hoffman, on passing the bar and graduating law school. He is fully expected to never come back to New York. Now, let's take a quick look at our Hollywood moment of the day with our TMZ correspondent, Sexy Man Davis.
Well, hello there, Titsy McGee. Yes, in recent news, recently single Joe Skydell was spotted hitting it up with gals in Lake Tahoe. The recently single Joe Pretty Boy, aka the businessman, aka the sailman, broke up with short-lived girlfriend Mila Kunis. Son of a bitch. When asked about the breakup, Joe responded, "She didn't want to name our kid R. Gill. And plus, she's just not my type." Back to you.
What the fuck are they talking about?
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. He sends me the thing, and then I read the thing for the video. I do this every year. I told you I do this every year.
Why are you not wearing pants?
Every time we make a movie together, I'm not wearing pants. And now you're asking me why I'm not wearing... And now we're going to go make another video right now. So go take your pants off. Let's go.
Wow, not your type? I'm not sure what is. In a different story, We want to congratulate our favorite league couple on the upcoming birth of their second child. Great job knocking up Simi, Jeff. Moving on. Wait, I'm sorry. Breaking news, this just in. Apparently, we have a sighting of our resident doctor, aka the offspring of the alpha male. Wait, no, I'm sorry, reports are coming in, it's not him. This guy has seen less than the Loch Ness Monster. Now let's take a quick look at sports. The New York City Corporate Softball League, recently free agent, Voucher, aka the Planter, was signed to a one-day contract to play for PWC. In a shocking performance, the Frog went 3 for 4 with a 3-run home run and 5 RBIs. Based on this performance, he was offered a full-time offer from the BDO softball team, where he will team up with the writer and join the 4-3 BDO Bashers.
Number 2 for the Frog Pop. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that, Frog? Oh, man, he's running. He's running. He's running.
Now, on a more serious note, in a horrifying scene from the Upper West Side, a playful and relaxed kickball game took a very scary turn. Midway through the close game, a dribbler was hit up the first base side. With the fire of a champion in his heart and the pop of a frock in his pants, the helmet went full speed to get the dribbler. At the same time, poor Andrea from Seattle was playing first base and went for the ball. Going full steam ahead, the helmet shoulders this poor girl in the head, knocks her out cold, sending her face to the ground where she chipped her teeth. The concussed Andrea was totally out of it after the game. The Frog moved on, had the game-winning home run, and got a number out of it, his 83rd phone number of the summer. Now that all the news is out of the way, let's take a quick look at the keeper potentials of all our coaches and who they may keep in this upcoming draft. Let's start with the ladies' man. A late-season trade brought Andrew Luck as the 7th-round keeper to the team. This is an almost no-brainer of a keeper. While he may not be a true elite QB yet, he was the best throwing rookie QB of all time, and there are no signs that he won't just get better. Though many other QBs may be around in the 7th round, he is a great value at that point. The Gets' other keeper is a no-brainer, Darrell Richardson. The Rams' second-year running back is going to get the start after Steven Jackson had left town. He is a no-brainer and could be a potential top 10 running back in the league. Others to consider are T.Y. Hilton in the 10th and Jason Witten in the 6th. Now let's take a look at Maximus's team. Max has more options than anyone could ever dream of. Let's start with the must-keep, no-question pick. QB Colin Kaepernick not only came a few plays away from winning the Super Bowl, he solidified himself as an all-around great athlete and a running threat at QB. He is a must-keep, especially for a 10th rounder. For his second pick, Max has tons of options. He can go with Peyton Manning in the 5th round. He could also go with 10th round options like Denario Alexander, James Jones, and potentially running back Andre Brown. The most interesting keeper possibility, which some may not anticipate, is Brandon Marshall for a 2nd rounder. If Max were to get a top 3 pick in the 1st round, he may consider keeping Marshall as an awesome number 1 wide receiver with his late 2nd round pick. Now let's take a look at the counselor, aka the weatherman's team. The counselor may have duped us all while sitting in the 75-degree weather all year. Danny Amendola basically became trading bait during the year, but is now poised as one of the greatest keeper values ever. As a 10th round pick, Amendola is a blatant steal. And now, for the legend of the Frog and pretty much every other nickname known to mankind. The Frog has numerous keeper options, but has 2 awesome value picks, which I am sure he will keep. Besides Amendola, the other outstanding keeper this year is CJ Spiller. The explosive running back would cost a 9th round pick, but is widely considered a top 3 overall fantasy pick this season. Consuming massive stats when getting the ball, Spiller could become an elite player in the NFL. The Frog will also probably keep Michael Vick in the 10th round. Michael Vick could flourish in the new system in Philly. But Cecil Shorts could be an interesting pick here as well. Other possibilities include Jamal Charles in the 2nd round if Mark is given a very late 2nd round pick. And now, Pretty Boy Joe. The self-proclaimed Keeper King has a few options, but one guaranteed this year. Alfred Morris is a top 10 NFL rusher on a young and getting better team. He's an absolutely must-keep in the 10th round. Joe's other options include Reggie Wayne in the 5th, Dwayne Bowe in the 4th, but I think it will come down to Wes Welker, the new addition in Denver with Manning. In the 2nd, Welker becomes the 2nd-round keeper, or Doug Martin in the 3rd. Both of these guys have tremendous value despite being a very high pick. I think Martin is a better pick here because his explosiveness could make him a top fantasy scorer. But Welker has been proven to put up crazy stats, and in Denver's short passing game, he may be the way to go. And now on to the commish. In his attempt to win the championship last season, the commish traded away pretty much all of his keepers for Megatron. Essentially, this has left his team with very few options of who he wants to keep. He can take a chance on Sanders, or maybe Dunbar in the 10th round, or potentially keep Cruz in the 3rd if he believes in him. But I am expecting the commish to possibly forego a keeper or two. And now on to my own team. I have a no-brainer in Randall Cobb in the 11th. Cobb is one of Rodgers' favorite targets and could easily eclipse 100 catches this season. My other potential keepers could be someone like Kendall Wright in the 9th, Brandon LaFell in the 10th, but neither are real options. So more likely I'm going to pick someone random to hopefully strike gold. And now, on to our champ, our 2-time champion looking for his 3rd title. He has great keepers in guys like Fig Ballard, Jermaine Grisham in the 10th, but he could also possibly go with someone like Joe Flacco in the 10th. Flacco here is a good value pick, and though he has never put up great regular season numbers, he could have a breakout season after getting a monster contract. Sean Green can also be a surprise pick in the 6th, and if the champ wants to get bold with a late 2nd rounder, he could possibly go with monster fantasy player, wide receiver AJ Green. And now, the real JBK, aka Modern Warfare. JBK has many options this year, but in my opinion, he has 2 favorites to be kept. One, Stephen Ridley will be a steal in the 7th rounder, as he could possibly be a top 2nd, 3rd round pick. Additionally, JBK has Antonio Brown in the 10th. With Wallace leaving Pittsburgh, Brown becomes the number 1 option in Pittsburgh and could be an explosive player who Roethlisberger loves to throw to. JBK could also move in a different direction and possibly grab Demaryius Thomas in the 5th, though the acquisition of Welker will hurt the likelihood of this happening. And now, Jay the Wise. Jay doesn't love his keeper options this season, but there is some potential over there. Golden Tate, David Wilson, and Vincent Brown are all potential 10th round keepers. Owen Daniels is a very solid value pick in the 9th round, and if Wilson earns the starting position, he will be a no-brainer. Oh, and there's always this guy Titus Young. He may just be kept. Now for the Bear Jew. Bear Jew has only a few options this season. If healthy, Michael Crabtree could be worth the 7th rounder, but more likely in the 10th, Avery has options like Josh Freeman, Brian 50 Points Hartline, Ryan Broyles, Mike Thomas, and 2nd-year Philly running back Bryce Brown. But I think everyone in the league agrees that he should probably be keeping Tim Tebow. Now on to our birthday boy, the Doc. The Doc's decision last season to depart with Andrew Luck ended up working out for him. Not only did he come this close from winning the championship, but he has 2 solid keepers for next season. The first obvious no-brainer is Russell Wilson in the 10th round. Russell Wilson could be a top QB in this league, especially when he runs. Right along beside him in the 10th round is Justin Blackmon. Though he didn't do too much in his rookie season, he had flashes of greatness and could have a breakout sophomore season. I just wanted to thank you all for coming out here tonight to celebrate Daniel's birthday and partake in this official MLP dinner and draft lottery. I hope everyone enjoyed their offseason and is ready to batten down the hatches because there is a storm coming. Dark Knight reference? Check. And now we will leave you off with a picture of our newest MLP member, Little Natan Klein. Is this thing off? Is it awkward that kid looks exactly like me?